This video clip shows how a user in the field can access the data in the central livestock database by using a web application on a mobile device. This is a very brief introduction to using InterTrace on the web for working with milk cooperatives or smallholder farmers. What we have is a core database, a central database, if you like, which sits on the cloud, and then any number of extension workers or project managers can access that data through their mobile devices. Obviously, different people will be given different levels of access. You can't have everybody looking at everything. So I'm looking at this database called Small H, and I'm a manager, so I've got access to all the farms. Now, there are currently, the database I'm looking at, there are 681 herds involved. Now, if I look at those herds, you can see the sort of thing we're up against. We've got the name of the farmer, we've got their district, and within that district we've got a zone. So this farmer is in District X, Zone 6, whereas the one below is in Zone 3. And you've got the total number of animals that they have. So each individual has got quite a small number of animals. So it's really, the recording can be really quite complicated sometimes when you've got small numbers of animals, but it becomes very easy if you can aggregate them up together. If I was to select all these 680 herds, we've probably gone too far. I've got in total about 550 cows and 474 heifers. Which is more than you would do in one milk collection centre, for example. So what we would tend to do is you would look at the herds and you would divide them up into milk collection zones, if you like. So if I wanted to look at zone 1, I would search in location. So I go here and I look for location, and I want to have a look at zone 1. So these would be the farmers in milk collection centre 1. I search for them. And there they are, and I've got 111 of those. So of the 681 or whatever, 111 are in zone 1. So if I save those, now we're down to 83 cows, 77 heifers, and we're ready to go, basically. If I want to look at an animal within those of those 83 cows and 77 heifers, I can use the animal viewer. And there we have the individual animals. Every animal has a unique number. So I can pick whichever animal I want. I'll just pick one at random. There's one. So this cow belongs to this farmer. Is in her second lactation. She's a Jersey cross with a local, and you can see that the life of the animal is then recorded as a series of events. So she had a calving. These ticked ones means they've happened. She had a calving, she had a service, she had another service, she had a PD when she was positive, and then she's had mastitis on this date as well. And we can see who the operator was, the person that entered the data, and any further information that was at, which bull was used for the service, and hence if this cow does calve, it's going to be to that particular bull. Now these unticked events are what we call scheduled events. So the last known event was a pregnancy diagnosis when the cow was positive. So we predict that she would need to dry off, and we expect her to have a calving on this particular date. These are very historical data, so please ignore that. But so it's this tailoring the events that are going to happen following an actual event that is really the skill of this. Because if I then go and have a look at if I list the animals in the that are currently in those 111 herds, and I fetch them all. There you can see the farmer, and you can see the animal number, and what she is, and then over here we start to have what events are overdue. So this animal should have been dried off. She should have calved. So when this person comes to the milk collection centre, what has happened to this animal? Has she dried off yet? Has she calved yet? If she calves, we will register the calving and we will record the event and so on and so forth. So if this animal had had a service, I could just pop into the animal and then I could say, right, we're going to serve her today. So she had a calving. I will record a new event and it's today, so that's fine. The event that we're going to grab, there's a list of events which are specific to the requirements of the milk recording organisation or whatever. So I'm going to record a service. Then it's an AI rather than a local, than a natural. Who did the service? Well, let's say Rulex did it. And what bull did it use? So we used Impulse. So there you go. So when I save that, then now that animal has got a service, and in 18 days' time we have an event called Look, which is warning us that the animal might come back on heat. So to warn the farmer when they deliver their milk that they should perhaps be careful. The animal make sure the animal is not coming back on heat this week. And if nothing else happens, then the next scheduled event here, in 15th of January next year, we will expect that cow to have a pregnancy diagnosis to confirm that she's pregnant. That is 90 days after the service. If you wanted to make it quicker than that, we just have to change the definition, and then you can have it faster than that. But this is the way we can tailor all these events, and then you end up with an action list, an animal list of when the farmer comes, what is next due for that particular animal. And so it becomes very easy to start extending services and details like that, and so on and so forth. Now, at the same time, if you were recording milk, so if it's a milk recording today, I could go batch entry. I could say, right, give me the milk recording data, today's date. If I fetch that, then it shows me all the animals on those 111 herds that are currently in milk and present on the herd. So when one particular cow turns up, I can go and find her, and I can say, right, she gave 8 litres, or whatever it is. Oops, not 84, 8 litres. Yeah. And at the end, when we've got all the milks that we're going to record, I can save that data, and those records are all stored in there. So if I look now at the total production here, I can list by production. There are the milk records that we've actually received today on this particular date. The same thing can apply for weights, if you were recording weights or mobility scores and so on. So basically but the point is, this is all then going into a central database, which is basically this InterHerd Plus program, that when we come to analyze the data, we will be able to use the full and analytic facilities that are available for that program, which is used extensively on large commercial dairy herds. So if you want to know about service intervals, service performance, conception rates, everything, that will all be done in the in the InterHerd program, but the data entry from the field is being done either by the extension worker or by the milk recording organisation. So I hope that gives you an idea. Please come back to me and let me know if you have any questions. Many thanks for watching. Please check out the other videos on our video channel, follow us on Twitter, and visit our website.